Good morning. It's a Monday video, and we are here in the barnyard, I guess you'd call it, the backyard. And my wife wanted to show you some of the chickens and also her rabbit that's here. And then we've got another rabbit now. It's a male rabbit, and we're hopefully going to be raising some rabbits along with some chickens and seeing what the Lord will do with all of that. We're not sure exactly what that involves in the long run, but we'll see. But she did want to show you her rabbit. So, and yes, she is holding the video, even though many of you have wanted to see her. That's the best we can do. So, you get to see her rabbit, not her. But we had a wonderful week. We had, of course, our services yesterday on Sunday, and we had a good time in Britannia, but we didn't get the chance to see the other man, Armando, for the class afterwards. But we didn't get in Santa Rosa yesterday again. We hope to. Hopefully this next week we can. But there's just, logistically, sometimes it's very interesting how things go out. We think we have it all lined up, and then they'll call or not show or whatever. So please pray that direction. It is difficult, sometimes a little discouraging even, because we put in the effort and we don't see many of the results. So, but God's been good, faithful to give us 5 saved this past week, and we're thankful for that. One of them was actually Vladimir, which was interesting because that's usually a Russian name, and so he was in he's one of the villages we're working on, Chun Huas, and he's one of the men that got saved in the village there. That's where Armando is, and we're hoping to be able to build a little bit of a center there that we might be able to get some other folks in. We've had several saved, Antonio, Carlos, Danielle, and different ones that have been saved there. So we're hoping that might be another village we can work with and get into. We are already seeing folks saved. And quite honestly, it's very easy to get them engaged in conversation about salvation. And they, of course, don't know anything about what the Bible says. And so we can share with them. And when Pablo finishes, he asks them, would you like to pray and receive Christ? And of course, they will say, yes, we would. Or, they would like to do that. So that was pretty exciting. We had a good time this past week in Chetumal with the class down there for the seminary. We had actually 8 people attend the class. We spent about 3 hours teaching them, and then came back home. So it's a 4-hour round trip, and of course we have 3 hours there, which is a 7-hour day just off the start. And by the time you get things set up and cleaned up, it's probably a little more like an 8-hour day. But we're excited about what God's doing or maybe doing with that, and so continue to pray for that. We were missing several pastors, 3 pastors that weren't there. So we're hoping they'll be there this week. We called them and reminded them. Pastor Enoch and Destiny were one of the ones that weren't there, and they just forgot. So pray for each one of them, for the pastors that were there, Pastor Noe and Pastor Samuel, different ones that we know of that we're working with in the group. It's a new pioneer aspect that we're working with, so please pray that God will bless that as we look to the things that are there. Thank you so much for your prayers, for your faithfulness, for your giving, for all that you do.